Jacques Audiard has never made two films alike, with each new endeavor a completely new exploration of entirely new genres and experiences. From making one of the greatest crime dramas of the 21st century with A Prophet, creating a Western dramedy in The Sisters Brothers, or a unique take on the romantic drama with Rust and Bone, Audiard always makes sure each film is unlike what you've seen from him before. While Audiard usually seems to latch onto a specific new genre and try to master it, his latest, Emilia Perez, is arguably his most ambitious film so far, one that refuses to fit into a particular box. A musical drug cartel drama with a transgender affirmation story, all blended with a melodramatic telenovela style. No one would ever say Audiard isn't daring, and Emilia Perez is certainly a strong example of this, yet despite 3 strong female lead performances, including one of the best of the year, it's a film that bites off more than it can effectively chew. Rita, Zoe Saldana, is a lawyer for a major law firm, yet is underappreciated in her job, assisting her teammates while not getting any of the credit. After a mysterious phone call one day, she is kidnapped and brought to meet a Mexican cartel leader, Juan Manitas del Monte, Carla Sofia Gascon, who needs her help. Manitas wants to leave the country and have sex reassignment surgery, a desire had since childhood. Manitas wants Rita to find the best place to do this major life change quickly and effectively, but also have Manitas' wife, Jessie Del Monte, Selena Gomez, and their children set up for a life without their father and husband. But even after Rita succeeds at helping Manitas become Emilia Perez, also played by Gascon, and moving Jessie's family to Switzerland, Rita, Emilia, and Jessie are intertwined in ways they never expected. Audiard wisely centers this film around these 3 fantastic female performances, each of which is daring and surprising in its own way. Despite finding massive success at the box office, we've never seen Saldana so free and playful as we do here, with many of the bigger, bombastic musical numbers centered around her. Her opening number sets up the wild shifts in styles that Audiard is going for, and some of the broader songs allow her to really strap in and have a blast. One sequence has Saldana's Rita singing in a plastic surgery office to a song called La Vaginoplastia, while another has her gyrating and mocking throwing money at rich people. With these 3 stories intersecting, Saldana has the most opportunities to let loose and embrace the over-the-top nature of Audiard's vision fully, and it's a delight to see Saldana get a role like this that she can truly sink her teeth into. The same can be said about Selena Gomez's Jessie, which gives the actress one of her most mature performances yet, as she's thrown into a role at extremes. Jessie begins as Manitas' wife, then goes to mourning her husband, followed by changing her life situation, then potentially falling for another man with a questionable background, Edgar Ramirez as Gustavo Brun. Gomez may not get quite the same amount of attention that the other 2 actresses receive, yet she makes the most of this rich role in the moments we do focus on her. But the real standout here is Gascon in a remarkable performance of discovery, struggle, and becoming who Manitas was always meant to be. Even though Emilia Perez is playing with melodrama and grand ideas, especially in her segments of the film, Gascon always grounds the role of the title character with strength, reserve, and subtle power over everything. As Manitas, Gascon is an intimidating figure who gets what they want, and when the transformation to Emilia Perez is complete, we still feel the power they hold, even though the character is trying to distance themselves from their cartel past. Again, Gascon is thrown into many larger-than-life situations and story beats, but excels at all of them. We know the pain that this character can inflict, but we also see the love and care Perez has in this new phase of her life. Especially when Gascon interacts with her children in the film as Emilia, the film finds a touching emotional core that centers this often wild story into something real and heartbreaking. Gascon plants this film into very honest emotions and concepts, and gives a commanding performance that will go down as one of the year's best.
Are you English?
No, I'm not English. Why?
No, because you You are pretty.
And yet, it's the overabundance of ideas within Audiard's latest that holds this film back, attempting to do a lot, and spreading itself too thin. Emilia Perez is the first film Audiard has written on his own, a story that began as a 4-act opera libretto, and was loosely based on the 2018 novel Écoute by Boris Razon. It's impossible not to admire how daring Audiard's story is, with a narrative that will shift and evolve into something else every 15 minutes or so. But because of that, Emilia Perez can sometimes feel more like a genre deconstruction and attempt to flow so many different types of films together in a way that never quite becomes cohesive. As previously stated, Audiard has always tried something new with each subsequent film, but with Emilia Perez, it's like he wants to try that same level of ambitious genre hopping every few minutes. This, unfortunately, mostly hurts the musical side of the film. There are large stretches of Emilia Perez that are without songs, almost as if Audiard has forgotten he's attempting a musical. When the film is a musical, songs often stop and start without leaving much of an impact, and sadly, the songs by Camille and score by Clement Ducal are mostly forgettable. There are some exceptions, as with the emotional Papa, in which Perez's son sings to her about his deceased father, and the staging of the musical sequences are always impressive. But when they're done extremely well and the songs are hitting just right, it only highlights how often the musical elements seem almost like an afterthought. For a film so daring and inventive, it's disappointing that the musical aspect of Emilia Perez never soars to meet this film's ambitions. As an always exciting auteur who has deserved more attention for decades, Emilia Perez is an excellent calling card for Audiard, a film that truly spotlights everything he's capable of doing as a remarkable director. Audiard has also thrived at getting incredible performances out of actors, such as Tahar Rahim's breakthrough in A Prophet, one of Marion Cotillard's finest achievements in Rust and Bone, and Antonithasan Jesuthasan's powerful performance in the Palme d'Or-winning Deepan, and he continues this trend with this brilliant trio of Saldana, Gomez, and Gascon, each of which should deservedly receive attention come award season. But Audiard's attempt to pack this story with so many directions and ideas doesn't always coalesce into a satisfying whole, exploring the absurdities of melodrama and Mexican telenovelas effectively, but cramming too many other styles in as well. Emilia Perez is doing a lot and often doing it quite well, but not all of these pieces fit together as well as they should. Pros: Carla Sofia Gascon gives a star-making performance that should make a splash in award season. Zoe Saldana and Selena Gomez get to flex acting muscles they never have before. Jacques Audiard gets to embrace his penchant for trying out new genres. Cons: But Audiard's playfulness means some parts of the film aren't as effective as others. The musical moments are well shot, but the songs themselves are mostly unmemorable.
He desires to remain anonymous.